I'm Ken Childs, private investigator. Just kind of wanted to put out some content since it's a nice little rainy day. I'm going to start off with what gear we use. And private investigators use lots of gears. Typically, the ones that suck only use their cell phone. Those that are out in the field banging it away, surveillance investigators, we use many tools. Camcorders, that way we can zoom out. A lot of these have stabilizers, help get some clean, clear, steady video. Another fun tool that we love to use, Lawmate coffee cup camera. So believe it or not, little camera right here. It allows us to walk and talk and go anywhere. If we're getting like really good video, or maybe let's say it's like kind of the person that we're trying to film is in a peculiar situation. Maybe we're lucky enough to set the camera down, walk off, keep an eye on the camera. We've done that many times. Another fun tool that we use, which we don't use as often as we'd like, and we always get these questions, do you guys have drones? Drones, freaking drones. Yes, we have drones. We do. They're cheap. They're like $200 a pop nowadays. The problem is, a lot of people have this idea that we could just like put a drone up in the sky and it just stays there, right? Like, the reality is these drones only last 10 to 15 minutes and they're super loud. So unless it's just not going to be used for surveillance, like outright surveillance. How about that? Sometimes I found myself in a situation where I work a criminal case, right? Or I work, let's say, an auto accident, and I want to get kind of like the traffic. So I'll put a drone up above an intersection, and then we'll film the traffic, showing that chances are this is what may or may not have occurred, or what have you. I did use it in a criminal case because I needed a big overview of the area, right? So I put the drone up, I kind of got it about where I wanted, so that way I could capture, I needed the intersection and I needed the department store and where the person allegedly committed a crime, right? And so we were able to kind of take a very nice screen capture of that and then outline, like how far each thing was, how long it took, blah, 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 blah. So yes, we do use drones, but it's not going to be for like an outright surveillance. And lastly, another fun toy that I love so much is the keychain camera. I use two versions. I have the expensive Lawmate and I have the super cheap Chinese one for like $40. The reason why I use both is because the cheap Chinese one I can afford to lose, right? So let's say the person's in a situation where I can't just like hang out, so I may just set the camera, the cheap one, I'll set it, walk away, come back whenever I can, pick it up. If it happens to get taken, so be it, it's $40. The Lawmate one, however, is $300, and I definitely want to hang on to that. The cool thing about the Lawmate one, not only does it shoot much better video, you can watch what you're shooting on your phone. So I have an investigator buddy who personally will turn his back, hold the keychain in a way like below himself and like out the back of his palm, and just sit there, and it looks like he's just on his phone. Well, what he's doing is he's really just shooting behind him. So anyhow, not only is that what we use, but you got a little tip too. So that's a lot of our day-to-day gear. I hope it was informative. Thank you so much. And another piece of gear that I had completely forgotten about is the charger. A, it actually charges your phone, which is amazing. And B, there is a very high def camera in here. So the good thing about this is no one really knows what they're looking at except for they think it's a charger. Granted, chargers died about 15 years ago, but who are they to like really get suspicious about it? You put your phone on it, put this on your wallet and or on your phone and just set it up somewhere where you need to film. Booyah.